What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the second round, front 10 of my tournament at Good Neighbor Days earlier in June. This was a super fun tournament, super scoreable conditions, a very enjoyable course, and I'm currently sitting tied for 5th going into the second round, I believe at 6 under. So I'm starting here on hole number 7, I believe. Throwing my star rat here, wanting a little bit more fade at the end, but it just kind of held that turnover line. Leaves me with an edge of circle putt. I was making a lot of these putts in round 1. I feel pretty confident going into round 2. I definitely need to be dropping these in the basket if I want to have a chance to win the thing. It was a solid bid, but just not high enough. So edge of circle, it's not a bad bid. Just a tap in for par. Still at -6. Not a bad score, but on a day like today, definitely want to be doing better. This is hole number 8, I believe. Throwing my MD3, trying to get it to fight a little bit farther to the right, but it kind of faded out a bit early. Another tester edge of circle putt for me, and again, this is another one I need to be making if I want to be making a serious move. That's back-to-back tries that I've hit metal, come close, but not close enough. So here to tap this one in as well. So just a heads up in advance, if you hear some loud bangs and booms, that's because people are shooting fireworks off next door. So I apologize in advance for that. This is hole number 9. This is a pretty straightforward hole. I overcompensate for the mistake I made in round 1, and I get it too tight to those trees and too high. It's not as bad a look as I was expecting when I got up to the lie. I switched from the zone to the rat on this shot and trying to give it a little bit of a soft bid because there's really no reason for me to be taking pars on these 3 holes, especially with how open this entire course is. I should be putting myself in position for birdie, but just taking another par. I want to take a second to just express my gratitude for the card mates I had. Even though it was a card of 5, they were all super chill and super awesome. Hole number 10, straight up the middle, throwing my rat. Little bit of turnover, get out of the way, and oh, so close to the ace. That one felt super good. Best shot out of the group, just 3 feet away, tapping in the birdie. That one feels nice after all of those pars. Definitely came close to ringing that one up, just like I did in the previous round. Hole number 11, this is the hole where I made that epic edge of circle 2 putt with the rat in round 1. Doing a bit of a different shot here. Unfortunately, you cannot see it, but I believe I am inside circle 1, looking at a putt for birdie. That was my Tasmanian Devil from Wild Discs, by the way. If you'd like to watch my review on that, you can check that out on my channel. I put her in for the birdie, and that is back-to-back birdies for me to put me at -8 for the tournament. Here is a pretty easy par 4. This is just over 550 feet, I believe. And I just early release the heck out of that disc. I'm really hoping it gets down, but with the Tasmanian Devil, it just glides too far forward and it doesn't really die the way a Firebird would. So I went out of bounds, throwing my Firebird on the second shot. I feel like I left it out a bit too wide, but I got some nice wind lifts, so we'll see where that takes me. It should be about edge of circle 1, inside of circle 1. Here I am for that par putt. Going OB early, this is definitely one that feels like a birdie if I'm going to make this one, just because of how out of position I was. And just drained the putt. My putt was feeling really good today. Even the misses I had, I was still hitting metal. So that was a really, really good putt to hit and a good scramble for par. Here's 12A. This is a par 4. Similar idea to last time. I'm trying to just rip on this Halo Destroyer into the headwind, and I get it way too high. I am honestly really concerned that the wood line on the left comes into play on this drive. But thankfully, I am, as you will see shortly, not in the woods, and I have a pretty wide open upshot to the basket for the birdie. The sign said it was over 500 feet. It was definitely playing closer to 480, 450 for this par 4. I left that upshot a little bit short, but that could be a decent putt for the birdie on these Chainstar Pro practice baskets or temporary baskets. The putt, just catches left side chains and goes in. On one of those Innova disc catchers that would not have gone in. And there, I forget that we had a card of 5, and so sometimes I count 3 discs in front of me and think, oh, I can go, but there was 1 disc behind me. Here's hole 12B. This is one that OB comes into play behind the basket. I don't want to have anything to do with that, so I kind of throw a somewhat understable disc, trying to get out in the open and give myself a look for the par. Here I have a straight tailwind, so I feel pretty good throwing this star wedge. Pretty glidey approach disc, giving it a little bit of a soft bid, but the tailwind just hammers that one down. Should be able to tap this one in for par on a pretty hard par 3 that's got a lot of potential for danger. So, still doing pretty well. I believe I am -3 on the round. Feeling pretty okay with that. Going into probably the easiest hole on the course. Hole number 13. Just a simple hyzer. This is my get freaky zone. Just throwing a pitch up hyzer. Get myself within circle 1 for the easy tap and birdie. I felt really bad for 2 of my card mates who actually bogeyed this hole, the shortest hole on the course, and they bogeyed. Hopefully they don't watch this video and feel like I'm throwing shade at them. Really good disc golfers, but unfortunate to get the bogey on that hole. Just tapping in my birdie for this one. Feeling pretty good about my round. Kind of catching a bit of a hot streak here. This is one of the coolest holes on the course. You have a few more trees than normal. Kind of a turnover line that pushes pretty deep. Throwing my rat here. Putting it on some anhyzer. Getting it to kind of fade at the end. The rat was a little bit slow of a disc to try to throw in this one, so it left me outside of circle 2 for the birdie look. Downhill with the tailwind, though, I feel like I could get aggressive on this one. I know I'm not going to go too far behind since the wind is just going to knock the disc down. Little bit of a stepper, hit a lot of chains, and just somehow splash out of that basket. I went ahead and put a replay on this one because it's just so brutal. Look at this. It dances, looks like it's inside and then outside. That would have been a huge birdie from outside of circle 2. As it is, though, I'm tapping in my par, which I really can't be that upset with. So, a decent first front 10 here, but like last time, still have yet to close out the round. The front 10 needs to be finished with a back 10. So have to keep playing strong. I am -10 through 10 holes plus the first round, -4 through 10 holes, looking to do better in the second half. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I will see you in the second half. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see if I can close out the tournament and get a good position. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching.